Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui. You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us...
Correct. Child...
Ah, where is...
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one! Ahem. The flagship restaurant of the least... Don't talk to Paimon like that! Anyway...
Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
So, where is he?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty...
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng. And indeed, Wang and we the Fatui...
It is an honor to...
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshen's...
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wang Sheng...
Did you think he was some... The Fatui calls many such people friend. Well, they are still...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every adept.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you.
Well, if you really think about it, we don't have any other choice.
Indeed, no amount of consideration can change this outcome. The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again. If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks, and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, Traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors, I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade Noctilucous jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Very good. It seems you have learned some tricks of the trade.
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? How should we pick from these pieces of Noctilucous jade?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again! Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated!
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger, the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, I have imparted the priceless secret.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well... fine. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to...
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Stingy? I've already been very generous. Any more and you may as well have my neck.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking...
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit late, but we gotta cut the line.
One with my blade.
No one escapes my sights. Come on, we can do it! girls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the result. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the orchid. Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilly trolls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after.
No escape!
From whence you came!
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More hilly trolls! They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food!
A touch of frost!
Ow! That's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery. To buy some jade, shall we?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the...
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue Qixing and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some... That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
May the Lord of Geo protect you and fortune find you.
We can leave the jade here, I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. That's right. The Liyue Qixing have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dway and Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. And also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here. These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives, but this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely... Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today.
Wow! A true connoisseur!
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble.
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it isn't... But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous... Perhaps you don't know, like several other tedious... But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the 7. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again?
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. Since these flowers will be...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making...
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money!
Please, it's the least I could do.
You can't beat the atmosphere here.
So, now that we've got...
Ideally with the help of an expert.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the 7. Meet...
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right? For a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a...
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Qiming.
The fortune teller, right? Thanks, Lan. See you around.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celeste—
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yingar? Oh,
Yes, that's her.
great! This is just the intel we need.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? 3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes,
That went over Paimon's head
in short, I'm happy to help. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? You mean Wanmin Restaurant?
Try something new at the Wanmin Restaurant. Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant. While I'm setting up, you can go and...
Try something new at the Wanmin Restaurant. Liyue people.
Let me finish.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract this. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. You need to keep your wrist firm, so your... Now, use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Ooh, you're a natural. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting. Don't forget to do all 3. They...
Try something new at the One Min
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there. All 3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Wow, you actually remembered my throwaway comment. You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see how easily one could be taken in. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent?
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy. The second one is for those with more... Finally, the third one has a soft but... All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll... Good. Be sure to come visit. I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while. We've brought the perfumes. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet. This is the second kind. It's got... The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Qixing can...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell.
So, we finished another step in our
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At friend of mine.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there.
Man, why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the but it's
What happened to them?
back in my day, people said that if they heard too much wild gossip or
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising, this harbor, is like a mountain of dry tinder. Well, I shall say no more. This old... that old trinket. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. He saw me gazing at it often, but he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be... It has been many years, and still, though, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
That's right, Granny. And,
All right, children. There is no need to worry.
Do you live near here?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work?
Oh.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice! So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
teapot and the cleansing valve? Do you think this old granny could also be an Adeptus? Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an Adeptus. But don't they all live in Chilian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Forth, my blade! Submit for judgment!
Let it rain!
A touch of frost! From whence you came! Forth, my blade!
keep up with me.
Very clean. Attack!
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. How did this opening work again? Oh dear. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children. Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. But don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Leave, but no matter what, to cry, catch, now that you have come to borrow the bell. Again, so why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, we haven't met. Well, oh, and that if they have time.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our
Next, We need to...
Ooh, Paimon loves...
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. I will explain it to you.
Oh, sure. Sir, you're...
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who... Well, this is Mr. Zhang. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government...
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children, finely crafted toy. I have made kite.
Indeed. These are decorations used...
I took the liberty of coloring out. As for the kite that honors the Geo... Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm... These markings of tree and leaf. Justice flows... Well then, Granny Shan. I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
It's Child!
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Hiring help?
Adventure.
That's
a most fair price.
a pleasure doing business with you.
A full day of odd jobs at you...
Whoa, that's a...
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless.
Hey, that's a good...
Oh, help? So what's the job?
Let me see. We are...
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip.
Done.
This is all you got? No, child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. How about this? Let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and... get me a single Chinkson flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this...
Guess we've got no choice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. With this Chinxin flower, I should be able to pass...
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never...
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is...
Well, how does this sound? You give me...
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be...
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now. The reception is deserted. Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that?
The reception, it seems.
How about... Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Ah, Paimon thinks you might...
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by...
Something like this would be unimaginable.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription? Chi-Chi can get your medicine. But only if you...
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription.
Okay, then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way...
Go to Mount Tianheng. Find the Guizhong Ballista.
It's a kind of cross located in Tianheng.
Mr. Zhongli...
Apparently not quite.
The Coco Goat is a legendary animal.
Did you want to add anything else?
No. Just that what it looks like. Don't know.
Very well then.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need. Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult.
So what are we gonna do?
That said, let me as I recall, there is... If we can retrieve the spare...
So, what you're saying...
I have a smattering with the parts in hand.
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
One moment. It is done. The Guizhong Ballista is more intricately designed.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have... nothing. And over there...
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what?
Not a turret. A Guizhong Ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's...
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure. This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives. The next thing...
Tut-tut. It is not we who need reprimanding.
One with my blade.
No escape!
Direct assault! Jab it. Cross! Have a taste of this! I'm out. Hit the wind! Ah, I messed up. Should replace my hands.
The hunter becomes the hunted. Another test.
Yeah, fry. From whence you came.
That tingle?
Ready, steady, go! Oh no!
Fry.
Bet you can't keep up. No one escapes my sights. Yeah.
Yeah. Fry.
That tingle?
Yeah. With the wind.
That tingle? I got careless.
Jab it. Cross. You're open. Submit for judgment.
with?
Troubling ourselves over the...
Oh, yeah, that!
A search using the Guizhong. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting in...
Which means... A Paimon wouldn't go that far.
We won't...
Good idea. We did our best, and that...
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract.
What a disappointment.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does...
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where This is the name.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the...
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent.
Don't mind Chung Sheng.
Do you sell everlasting
incense?
Whew, at last.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Aw, too bad the Chising have taken it over for...
3 million.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for...
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling?
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My son.
Hey, less laughter.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in... Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable...
Strange.
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward...
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
That lot is an absolute riot. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liu saying goes, the walls.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helper.
Whew, finally.
Well, traveler, have you... Odd? The questions that such to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall? As...
Indeed. Let us meet... Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweight. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice.
If it is to your liking.
Hey, there's even a
Besides fine wine, but when I say ambient...
As you all know, high above... What does it mean to have all... Imagine. The weather is... Behold! The glorious sight! They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such, merely grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom.
Tianquan Ningguang. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate... Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person...
At last I have found you.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millilith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name... Well, in concrete terms...
Ningguang sent you?
My apologies, you who have returned from Jieyun, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
And with that, but we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still will be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber...
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Our success.
Made another handsome sum today.
But you didn't. When you were finished. Against me. Not yet.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast. The key here is...
Bang! And with that, our brotherhood was sealed. And with that, the fate of the Gouhua Brotherhood was sealed.